But let's go back to the social media thing. The president referred to incendiary comments. And I'm pained now to even make a reference to anything remotely related to the unfortunate August 6th accident. Because I wish that we can find a way to forget about that and find a good way to memorialize them. And one point I agree with the president yesterday when he emphasized or a couple of times mentioned the cooperative mining scheme that they were going to commission and met their untimely death. And my feeling at that point was that perhaps we will intensify that, we'll do something with that so that at least it would go to give value to the loss that we experience. That's something that would memorialize at least what they gave to us. And so that point...
In fact, that was what we were told. Remember that same day? No, it must have been some days after that. We heard the Foreign Affairs Minister, Samuel Okudzeto Ablak, was the MP for North, telling us that we're going to see a certain fight against Galamsey that we've never seen before.
That one is just words.
No, because of the point.
But I'm saying that's separate from what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I want the president to, if nothing at all, to ensure that this effort for which our brothers, together that morning was committed to go and do and therefore lost their life, something comes out of it. That's a point I want to make. But as to the declaration of some wicked war on Galamsey, that one is not coming. It's not happening. Because the president himself, in opposition, said, declared when it comes to power, he will declare war on Galamsey. What are we seeing? It's almost like it's a party for Galamseyers. They are in a party mood. The national organizer of the NDC, Joseph Yamin, calling and directing, President, you must call off the operations. Indeed, they have called the police to come back home. Why? In the meantime, what is happening? Galamsey is going on. So, nothing there to expect from my good brother Blakwa trying to use words to bamboozle us. That is just talk. But you see, the matter about the social media thing, I think the president did himself a very great disservice.
How so?
See, he's talking about incendiary comments, inflammatory comments in new media. And so therefore, somebody or group of two people, who made comments about, quite unfortunate, I don't agree with what they said, that he wished is this person and that person, especially his good self, to be the one in that plane and whatever. You don't wish that on anybody. That's wrong. It's morally unacceptable. Okay? But it is not something that is incendiary to incite.
Right.
Okay? Because that was the example he used. Completely, it's a mismatch. But I'll give you an example of what is incendiary, that can incite, that can create conflict in this country, that was said on his behalf. Now, at least we know that everything Kevin Taylor was talking about was on behalf of the NDC and the president, because he benefited from it. And when he had come to power, Kevin Taylor was shielded from being held accountable for all the things he said. So if President Mahama cannot hold Kevin Taylor accountable, where is the moral justification? Where is the moral courage that he has to tell us that yesterday? Respectfully. I don't see it. I don't see it. Where is it? You cannot hold him responsible. You can't hold Kevin Taylor responsible. In fact, I am even so scandalized that Kevin Taylor said things about President Mahama that I am not happy about. His brand of communication or whatever it is not anything anybody should endorse, but President Mahama has endorsed it.
How has the President Mahama endorsed it?
The man came here, was a warrant out for his arrest. He came. You know how he got to the Supreme Court? Okay. He was protected by national security.
You know this for a fact?
Didn't you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? How did he get
security?
But you see, somebody who has a warrant for his arrest. How did he evade security and appeared at a court, Supreme Court? And the Supreme Court of our country cleared him.
What
And you think that
what was he cleared of?
whatever warrant was out for his arrest were things that he had said and done, okay, which were not acceptable.
Yes.
Okay? And that this man has come and through the system had been cleared.
By a court of competent jurisdiction.
You can call it competent or whatever. You understand?
I want to get a nexus between
but
the
Moro,
court's decision and the president. That's what I
yeah,
want to know.
I'm not going to go into all this interrogation with you.
Okay.
This matter has happened. If you wanted to interrogate, you would have done it before I come to sit
No,
here.
you just want it up on
no
on
problem.
this
As if you
so
don't
I
know.
want to know
Moro is okay. It's
the
okay.
nexus between a court's decision
Massa,
and President Mahama's, intervention. That's I just want to know from you. That's all. I'm not,
so,
I'm not saying you're right or wrong.
So everything we say now, you want to see nexus.
Oh no. When if it's
So are we going to proceed or we're going to be
necessary.
finding nexus?
No, but Richard,
Moro, please just take it easy.
We've been doing this.
Don't water this thing down. I am coming.
I ask questions.
Oh no,
It's because I know you are capable of answering those
no,
questions.
Those questions does not arise. Allow
Why?
us to proceed.
Okay.
Kevin Taylor, you cannot convince me today.
Okay.
That there is such a separation from what has happened there in the court when President Mahama is in charge. This man was protected. Okay, so don't be asking questions as if you don't know. He's been protected. He's been let go. If you are even arguing that President Mahama, somehow the court is doing independent work and all of that, why hasn't President Mahama, or why hasn't the police or the security under President Mahama arrest Kevin Taylor the same way when he was here? The same way they arrested those two young girls who said those unfortunate things about the president.
That's a legitimate question. Yes.
Why hasn't the same people arrest one gentleman, Kwabna Ejay or so, who actually incited people to kill members of Akufo-Addo's family? Said that when 1979 people were screaming, "Let the blood flow," it was the military or people in the armed forces whose blood flowed.
Right.
And that this time when he hears people calling for "let the blood flow," he wants Akufo-Addo's family to be the ones whose blood would flow.
Right.
Why hasn't they arrested them? So for Azoka, just 2 weeks ago, barely in Akwetia was poking people in the eye, threatening death on people. No less a person than the minority leader of parliament. The minority chief whip, the national organizer of the New Patriotic Party. That man is walking free. Why hasn't those people been arrested? Why is Abronyi arrested? So if he has IP address of people to be arrested, why are these people walking free? Quite simply because Abronyi insulted the IGP. I am saying that I don't agree with that. That's not my politics. That's not what I believe we should be done. There are plenty of issues that we can talk about. So insult is not one of them. But the point is that you who is calling for this thing to be sanitized, you must first of all appear to be sanitizing your own backyard. Charity, they say, begins at home. You can't come in the public square and be trying to sanitize the public square when you have mess in your background. Today, listen to the NDC communicators. Go to social media, post anything, see how vitriol the insult will be. President Mahama says suddenly he's social media or new media police, and he has IP capacity to target people by their IP addresses. But that is unfortunately happening only with political opponents. That, for me, was bad. Was completely against all moral considerations that one can attribute for the president to have.
Okay.
Completely.